Welcome inside Teisinger Gymnasium. This is Andrew Baxley here with the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. We apologize for the delay there getting the broadcast started. Had some computer issues, but now we're live and the score is 7-2 after a strong Warrior start. They've in the middle of a long stretch of games. This will be their third of 4 games in 6 days, so they don't appear to be tired, but they appear to be in good form so far today, as it is now 8-2. It's been a really offensive start. They've started with the serves, and Young Harris only had the 2 points. They both came back to back. Other than that, it's been pretty much pure Warrior domination early in this one. That's Gillian flying in with the tip. Thick pin over for the Lions. Here's Gillian again, and Thick pin couldn't get much up in the air. And another Warrior point here. A really strong start from the home team. Young Harris won both matchups last year, 3-0 and 3-2. Those are the only 2 matchups in series history. Of course, Young Harris was added to the Conference Carolinas last year, and before that, the 2 teams had never met. Young Harris out of Young Harris, Georgia, in the northwest part of the state. A solid team in the year. They're 2-6. Both of those 2 wins coming in conference play. Last year they were 10-17, 7-10 in conference play. They were picked 8th in the Conference Carolinas preseason poll. Southern Wesleyan picked in 15th, but they've been outplaying those expectations so far this year. They're 4-6 overall, 1-3 in conference play. This is thick pin setting for Mullins, blocked at the net by a Warrior. This is Hidalgo again, blocks and down for a point. Warriors lead 10-3. Here comes Carson Haley and Amaya Spann in the game for the Warriors. Carson Haley's first time checking in. She leads the team with 89 kills as a freshman, so a great start to her college career. That's Haley getting it up for Andrus, who's back from injury. You may notice that leg sleeve on her left leg. Had a leg injury that caused her to miss a good portion of the season so far, but she's back in action. Couple subs come in for the Mountain Lions. This will be Riley Springer to serve, a 5'10 freshman from Ackworth, Georgia. Spann for Andrus. This is Sherm, and down for a Mountain Lion point. Player to watch for the Mountain Lions is their libero, Joha Bernice. That's number 4 in the purple jersey. She was all-conference last year in her junior year, putting up 491 digs in 26 matches. And she currently on the year has 148 in 8 games. That was touched on the way through, so that would be a Warrior point. 11-5 their lead. Michaela Hutton checking in. This is Andrus to serve. Thick pin for Sherm. And falls in the gap. Mountain Lion point. Urbanik checks in for the Mountain Lions. This will be Shelby Mullins to serve. Mullins, a 6-foot senior from Buford, Georgia, went to Mill Creek High School. Her first serve of the game sailed into play, a service error from Young Harris. Lead back up to 6 for the Warriors, as Bernice will check in. Good serve there from Paxton. This is big pin over, flying in is Andrus, up by Spann. That's Hutton who has to get it over, but it goes into play. Maybe some miscommunication there between the Warriors on that initial hit. Michaela Andrews had to come in from the back row. This will be Liza Thigpen to serve for Young Harris. And again, miscommunication there from Andrus and Hutton, and it's an ace in the books for the Mountain Lions. Thigpen again, towards Andrus again. This is Span under it for Wilson, who pokes it down, Warrior point. Wilson, top 10 in the conference in blocks per set. Catherine Urbanik of Young Harris up there as well. She's at third. Urbanik averages .88 blocks per set, while Gracie Wilson is .77 blocks per set. So two of the best blockers in Conference Carolinas here in this one, in Urbanik and Wilson. That's a Mountain Lion point. Two subs coming in for them. That's Vanier and Hidalgo. And it will be Vaney to serve towards Hutton. Up by Fulton, back for Hutton, cross court, Thigpen under it. That's Bernice over. And now Gilliand. And we have a net touch by the Mountain Lions. So a point for the Warriors. Here comes Angel Jimenez in, and she will serve for the Warriors. Jimenez missed a good portion of last season, her freshman year with a knee injury, but she's back, and she's been solid so far this year for the Warriors, leading them in digs with 99, and Paxton couldn't get under that one. A strong hit from Hidalgo. And the Mountain Lions cut the lead down to 4, 14-10. Here just over halfway through set number 1. It's Jimenez, Fulton for Andrus. That's Klucherich. Now Paxton over. Hidalgo under it is Paxton. Good dig from her. This is Andrus. And out of play. Mountain Lion point. Back-to-back points for Young Harris. A really good serve there from Bernice. That one had some topspin and caught the Warriors off guard for an ace, and Coach Anna Hines will call the first timeout of the game. We'll take it with them. 14-12 Warrior lead. Back inside Teisinger Gymnasium here, midway through set number 1. It's a 2-point Warrior lead. Young Harris has been very solid over the last couple points. And the most recent point, a service ace from this girl, Joha Bernice, 5'4" senior from Auburn, Georgia, all-conference in her junior year last year. That's Gracie Wilson, who had a terrific freshman year last year and currently leads the Warriors in blocks with the kill there. And the Warriors get a point back. Now Christina Pino into the game to serve for the Warriors. Here's Thigpen for Hidalgo out of play. Again, Pino to serve. Back-to-back points for the Warriors to increase to a 4-point lead. Awkward from Hidalgo. Thigpen gets it over. This is Fulton for Andrus. And I don't think she got the cleanest of contact on that one as it sailed left off her fist. And now for a Mountain Lion point. This will be Lexi Martin into the game for the first time. She will get to serve. 5'3" sophomore from Flowery Branch, Georgia. And she serves into the net. So now 2 subs for the Warriors. Amaya Span and Carson Haley for Katie Fulton and Megan Gillian. 17-13 here in set number 1. Amaya Span, the Warriors leader in service aces with 11. Gets us back underway. Here's Span for Haley. Block at the net by a pair of lines. This is Andrus with 2 hands, and they call an illegal touch there. Not the cleanest of starts here from the Warriors despite the 3-point lead. 2 subs come in for the Mountain Lions. Sherm and Springer. And it's Riley Springer to serve. 5'10" freshman from Ackworth, Georgia. That's Andrus under it. Span for Haley with the tip. Good effort from Martin. Blocked by Gibson. There's Haley at the net. And too short. Mountain Lion point. Again, it's Springer to serve. 17-15, 2-point Warrior lead. And good lines there from Haley as she let that one fly out of play for a service error, and the point for the Warriors. And now Andrus on the serve, sophomore from Spartanburg, South Carolina. This is Thigpen for Sherm. Blocked at the net by Haley. Over again by Sherm. And Haley with 2 hands goes over. And at a play off of Mullins. Warriors building a little bit of comfort, but that will be a timeout called by Young Harris's head coach, Ginny Michael, in her 5th season. We'll keep it right here for this one. Take you through a couple of stats as they stand. For the Warriors, they are led in kills in this game by Megan Gillian with 4, followed by Angel Jimenez and Gracie Wilson with 3 apiece. For Young Harris, they are led by Abby Sherm with 3. Lily Hidalgo has 2. And Nicole Klutcherich has 1. Over 2 assists. Liza Thigpen has 5. Joe Bernice has 1. Abby Sherm has 1 for Young Harris. For the Warriors, Katie Fulton equals Thigpen with 5. Amaya Span has 2. Faith Paxton has 1. No service aces yet for the Warriors. 2 for Young Harris, 1 for Bernice, 1 for Thigpen. That's the biggest area of, I should say, the strongest area so far for Young Harris is just putting the ball in tough spaces for the Warriors to deal with and just put that extra effort into the communication. If it weren't for just a couple lapses in that department, the Warriors would have a much bigger lead than the 4 points as it stands at 19-15. This is Michaela Andrus getting us back underway. A nice low serve. That's Sherm. Blocked in the net by a combination of Gibson and Haley. Warrior 5-point lead. Andrus again to serve. Thick pin for Mullins, blocked by the Warriors. This is Sherm, tipped over, Span under it. She put it over. Jimenez gets it up. Andrus gets it over. Now thick pin for Mullins and down for Mountain Lion point. Nice rally between the two squads there. And the Mountain Lions get a much-needed point as two subs come in for them. Catherine Urbanik and Ilana Hardin. And it will be Hardin with her first touch of the game in service, a 5'6" freshman from Odessa, Florida. This is Jimenez for the Warriors. That was Hardin under it. Paxton for Haley. Blocked and saved by Sherm. Now here's Sherm on the attack. Blocked by the Warriors at the net. Now Sherm again tipped over. Span under it. Paxton up for Jimenez. And right and into the net. Lead down to 3 for Southern Wesleyan, 2017. There is Hardin into the net with a crucial service mistake there for Young Harris. They had a chance to make it a 3-point game. Now it's 21-17. Faith Paxton to serve for the Warriors. Thick pin for Urbanik. Paxton under it on the tip. Now here's Jimenez over and down for a Warrior point. Back-to-back key points for the Warriors to increase their lead to 5. And Paxton to serve again. But not before a Young Harris timeout. Crucial ending to this first set coming up when we come back. Back inside Tadsinger Gymnasium, 22-17, the Warrior lead here in a crucial set number 1. Warriors 3-1 so far this season in Tadsinger Gymnasium, looking to keep up the good work at home. Here's thick pin for Sherm in a thunderous attack from Abby Sherm in an important Young Harris point. The lead is 4. Eliza Thigpen to serve now for the Mountain Lions. Already one ace for her today. And that was touched last by Urbanik. Span couldn't get under it in time as it sailed into the Mountain Lions side of the net, and they get back-to-back points. Lead is down to 3. Thigpen on the serve again. Jimenez under it. Span and Wilson miscommunication. And another Mountain Lion point. That's too many times now we've seen the Warriors struggle with somewhat easy shots to defend and keeping Young Harris around. 22-20. Thigpen serves again. Andrus under it. Now Span for Wilson. That one's in. Warrior point. Much needed calm to that Mountain Lion momentum. Two subs come in. Katie Fulton, Megan Gillian. And see if these Warriors can put set number 1 to bed. Fulton to serve. It was Sherm blocked by Wilson. Set point for SWU. Here comes Vaney. (24-20). Katie Fulton to serve. Towards Clutcherich. This is Vaney. And now Wilson. Warriors take set number 1, 25-20. Not the smoothest of opening sets from the home team, but they get it done at the end when it matters and take the crucial set number 1 in this important divisional game in the Conference Carolinas. This is Andrew Baxley for the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. We'll take a quick break and be back with set number 2 here between Southern Wesleyan and Young Harris.
This is Conference Carolinas.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Diamond T Promotional Gear is just a family-owned business that provides screen printing, embroidery, vinyl graphics, cars and banners. We've been in business now for over 32 years.
I am number 1, not number 2. If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see him in my rear view. Switch. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Been ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Been ballin'. I'm winning, get buckets from the court side to the nosebleeds. Yeah, they love it. I'm winning, get buckets on the first in and the last out. See me coming. First take, I'm hotter than hot.
Welcome back inside Tyson Gymnasium. This is Andrew Baxley here with the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. A 1-set lead for the Warriors here so far in this one, taking on the Young Harris Mountain Lions. 2-6 overall for the Mountain Lions, 4-6 overall for the home Warriors. This an interdivision matchup here in the Southwest Division, which consists of Emmanuel, Erskine, Shorter, Young Harris, and SWU. Both of these teams yet to win their first division matchup. That's a pretty spectacular over from a combination of the Roof and Faith Paxton, as this set stays alive. An early rally between these two teams here in set number 2. That's again some great work by Paxton and Fulton. That's Andrus over. Now Clutcherich Out of play, a specific effort from Paxton and Fulton and Jimenez battling through the net and the roof, and the Warriors get the first point of set number 2. But to finish the point on the divisions, as I said, Young Harris and Southern Wesleyan both winless so far in division play, so this will be a crucial one between the two of them. Emmanuel sits at 2-0. They're 7-0 overall in conference play. Erskine's 1-0 in division play, 2-3 in conference play. Shorter 1-1 in division play, 3-2 in conference play. The first KPI rankings will come out next Monday, October 21st. That is the all-important rankings in terms of the conference tournament selections and seeding. The division standings are just to crown a division champion in the regular season. Here's Gillian into an open piece of court. 2-1 lead here in set number 2 for the Warriors. As Trinity Gibson and Christina Pino check in. Here's Thigpen. And Bearden with the point, deflected off a Warrior hand last. So all square at 2 here in set number 2. So we had a delay on the Warrior subs there, as Pino and Wilson take a seat. It'll be Lexi Martin to serve. 5'3" sophomore from Flowery Branch, Georgia. The state of Georgia very well represented in this Young Harris team. Got a couple Flowery Branches, an Auburn, a Cumming, St. Mary's. All around the state of Georgia. Almaya Span to serve. Span under it. Paxton up. This is Haley. Towards Thigpen. Now Bernice and Springer blocked to the net by a Warrior. This is back for Springer over the net. Diving dig from Jimenez. Thigpen up. Bernice. First Springer and out of play. First back-to-back points for either team so far in set number 2, and it's a 2-point Warrior lead. And Span to serve. One-handed set by Thigpen, and Bearden did well to adjust to that one. That's Springer under it. Out for Vaney. And at a play. Point goes to Bearden in the Mountain Lions. Good start here in set number 2 for Sophie Bearden. And now Riley Springer to serve. 5'10" freshman from Ackworth, Georgia. To get this back underway at 4-3. Straight towards Faith Paxton. This is Carson Haley charging in. Tipped to the net by Bearden. Now back for Sherm. Warrior point. And a sub for the home team as Michaela Hutton checks in for Michaela Andrus. 5-3 SWU lead. Jimenez to serve. Towards Bernice. This is Bearden, blocked at the net by the Warriors, kept alive by Sherm. Now she's on the attack, and a block from Trinity Gibson, Warrior point. Here's Bearden out of play. Another Warrior point, starting to build some separation here early in set number 2 as it stands 7-3. And Angel Jimenez to serve once again for the Warriors. This is Sherm, tipped over. Hutton under it. Now Haley on the attack. And that one either hit the net or a mountain line on the way through. Took some spin away from Lexi Martin. And another Warrior point. And another Jimenez serve. Here's Thigpen. Now Sherm, and she stops the Warrior run. And a much-needed point for the Mountain Lions, 8-4 as it stands. Catherine Urbanik checks in. Here's Jimenez, has to get it over. She does. Flying in is Springer, but couldn't get enough on it. And Warrior point as Bernice will check back in. Now the defensive lineup out there for the Mountain Lions. Lead back up to 5 as Faith Paxton will serve. And there's Gracie Wilson poked over by Springer. Now Wilson again, and she makes them pay the second time around. 10-4 Warrior lead. So Faith Paxton again to serve, the sophomore from Bluffton, South Carolina. Straight towards Springer. This is thick pin for Sherm, tipping over. Jimenez under it. Now span for Haley, two-handed and perfect placement from the freshman Carson Haley, giving the Warriors a 7-point lead and drawing a timeout from Coach Jenny Michael. Warriors lead 11-4 here in set number 1. We'll take the break with them.
Get ready for a life-changing journey at Southern Wesleyan University. We're committed to graduating students who love Jesus, who think critically, who are employable, and who are not in crippling debt. Southern Wesleyan University, where your faith and future thrive together. Apply today and start your journey toward success.
Campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteed.
Welcome back inside Tidesinger Gymnasium. Early 7-point lead in set number 2 for the Warriors, who took set number 1 25-20. Scores now 12-4 after that Mountain Lion shot flew into the net. In comes Chase Vaney in for the Mountain Lions. And Abby Sherm will take a seat. Faith Paxton on a run of serves here for the Warriors, who have an 8-point lead in set number 2. The ceiling kept that one alive for the Mountain Lions, and Thigpen bumped it over. Here's Haley. And that would have been in either way, but they call that one a violation at the net on Young Harris. So point either way to the Warriors. 9-point lead for them. Faith Paxton to continue serving. Now a couple good ones back-to-back now. Springer under that one comfortably. Here's Span. Now Wilson down. And another Warrior point. Here's Thigpen. Attacking is Vaney. Jimenez under it. Paxton up for Hutton. Blocked and down for a much-needed Mountain Lion point after a long Warrior one. It was 4-3 at 1 point Southern Wesleyan lead. That made it a 10-1 run there for the Warriors, and now it's 14-5. And we'll see if Young Harris can get some momentum back, and they do. Back-to-back points there. The block by Klutcherich. Liza Thigpen over to serve. 5'10 sophomore from Flowery Branch, Georgia. Towards Jimenez. Span for Wilson. Did that take a touch on the way through? It did. Or it did not. That was... The referee pointed the wrong way at first. He says that one did not take a touch on the way through, so... Attacking error from Wilson. Good set from Span. 14-7. 3-point run for Mountain Lions. Here's Haley. Good effort from Springer keeping it alive, but eventually the Lions couldn't get it over. And it's a Warrior point. 2 subs coming in for Southern Wesleyan. Katie Fulton and Megan Gillian. This one sort of feels like a basketball game in terms of the runs going back and forth between the two teams. In the first set, we had a very even set in terms of how the points were being scored. It was really only 1 or 2 points in a row at a time, but this one, Southern Wesleyan, the big run to open this one up, and then Young Harris coming back with a run of their own. Seems like a set of runs in the second of them. 15-8 now. Young Harris on the serve. That was Vaney. Good effort from Jimenez. Wilson over. And Wilson blocked. Urbanic tried to go with the backhands and was penalized by the block of Gracie Wilson. Wilson, top 10 in the conference in blocks per game, and Urbanic, the one who was blocked by her, she's tied for third in terms of blocks per game, and that's Jimenez tipping it down. So, as we said, set number 1, 2 of the top net defenders in this one. The two teams are pretty even overall in terms of stats coming into the game. They're 9th and 10th in team points per set, 9th and 10th in team kills per set, but really the one major difference, and one where the Warriors can try to capitalize on as Young Harris calls another timeout here in set number 2. The biggest difference in terms of the statistics that SWU has an advantage in is in hitting percentage. The Warriors have the 4th lowest opponent hitting percentage, while Young Harris has the 14th lowest hitting percentage. So that really lines up for the Warriors. Have a major advantage in the defensive side of hitting, and as you can see here in set number 2, they're opening up a big lead here, 18-8. We'll keep it right here in the second Young Harris timeout of set number 2, and take you through some stats as they stand. Looking at kills here first, Megan Gillian leading the Warriors with a whopping 9 kills here midway through set number 2. Angel Jimenez also has 5. Gracie Wilson has 5. The Mountain Lions are led by Abby Sherm with 5. Catherine Urbanic has 2. Lily Hidalgo has 2. 12 assists for Liza Thigpen, 10 assists for Katie Fulton, 10 assists for Maya Span. So those two are really splitting the assisting duties here tonight as we're put back underway with a Michaela Andrus serve. This is Thigpen out for Klutcherich, off her head and over. This is Gillian, and the Lions eventually get it over, but it's out of play. An awkward combination of hits from the Mountain Lions. And the Warriors lead up and over double digits. It's 11. Andrus to serve again. That one is low. That went into the net. As Bearden checks in for Urbanic. It's Joha Bernice. This is Jimenez for the Warriors. Bernice under it. Now Thigpen for Hidalgo. Andrus keeps it up. Paxton alive and Gillian over. Great effort from the Warriors. This is Bearden at the middle. Fulton punches into the air. Now Gillian attacking again. Thigpen for Hidalgo. Paxton under it. Fulton setting for Jimenez. Blocked at the net by the Mountain Lions. And Fulton gets it over. Great effort from Bernice. We're going back and forth here in this point. This is Hidalgo in. Blocked by the Warriors. Back for Bearden. Paxton keeps it alive. Jimenez flying in, tipping over, and down for a Warrior point. Boy, what a rally that one was. And the crucial one to really kill any hope of a momentum starter for Young Harris. It's an 11-point Warrior lead, and now Christina Pino, who will serve for the Warriors. This is Hidalgo coming in. Andrus under it. Gillian tipping over. Tried to spot it on that right side of the front line for Young Harris, but he couldn't get enough on it, or maybe you could say got too much on it, sending it into the net on her own side. Now Lexi Martin to serve for Young Harris. Pino kept it alive, but only into the student section. It was originally a good serve from Martin, and Jimenez didn't get the best of contact on the bump, so lead is within single digits. 20-11. Martin to serve once again. Towards Andrus. Fulton for Jimenez. Warrior point. Now two subs coming in for the home team. Carson, Haley, Amaya. Span. Looks like Span will get to serve for the Warriors. I mentioned their team leader in service aces with 10. 10 aces, 6 errors. Just over a third in terms of percentage. Good net defense there from the home team, and the lead goes back up to 11. Now Maya Span to serve again for the Warriors. Towards Bernice. She had to charge in. Thigpen with one hand keeps it alive. Over by Hidalgo. Now Span for Jimenez. Been a terrific set for set number 2 for Angel Jimenez. She's getting the majority of the kills here in attack, up to 8 in the game. Span up by Thigpen for Hidalgo, blocked and out of play. Young Harris point. They're going to need to start a rally here quickly in set number 2, trailing 23-12. Remember, Southern Wesleyan took set number 1, 25-10. So Young Harris looking to avoid a backs to the wall set number 3. Is Carson Haley on the charge, tipping it over, and Vaney couldn't get enough under it. Warrior point. Really smart play from the freshman Carson Haley there. And now in comes another one of those star freshmen, Michaela Hutton, into the game. Ainsley Stovall still out with that left leg injury. This is Jimenez. Thigpen for Bearden. And strong play in the middle of the court from Sophie Bearden. 24-13, still set points as Alana Hardeen will come in. And she will get to serve 5'6" freshman from Odessa, Florida. Here's Hardeen's service towards Pino. Span for Gibson. Warrior points. Warrior set. 25-13 here in set number 2. The Warriors lead 2 sets to none as we head to set number 3, one that Young Harris must win in order to stay alive here at Tysinger Gymnasium. We'll be back after a short break here with set number 3 on the Conference Carolinas Digital Network.
I am number one, not number two. If I'm not the one, I'm uncomfortable. See the competition I've been running through. Leveled up, I only see him in my rear view. Switch. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Been ballin'. Switch. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Yeah, I'm ballin'. Been ballin'. I'm winning, get buckets from the court side to the nosebleeds. Yeah, they love it. I'm winning, get buckets on the first in and the last out, see me coming. First take, I'm hotter than hot. Hotter than some boiling water, I bubble the pot. Team full of ballers, baby, we winning a lot. I'm like Curry with the rock when I get to my spot. I'm tapping in, I'm passionate. This is what passion is. This here, nah, this is no accident. From the start to the finish, I'm cashing in.
The legacy began in 1973. That was the year NCAA Division II was born. And since the very first day, our division has shaped generations of student athletes with a true sense of academics, athletics, and community. That is 5 decades of graduations, championships, teamwork, and personal development. 50 years of shaping student athletes into world-class leaders. NCAA Division II. Our division, our legacy.
This is Conference Carolinas.
Welcome back to Tysinger Gymnasium. 2-0. The Southern Wesleyan lead as we enter set number 3. They took set number 1, 25-20, and set number 2, 25-13. Let's see if they can make quick work of the visiting Lions and take home a 3-0 sweep to open their doubleheader here on this Thursday or Friday night, Saturday afternoon game. They will host Belmont Abbey tomorrow. If they were to pick up a 3-0 win here tonight, it would be their 5th 3-0 sweep here this season. And that would mean 4 of their 5 potential wins coming in straight sets. It will be the Warriors to get us restarted in set number 3. Katie Fulton to get us restarted towards Bernice. It was Alexa Berry at the net, her first time checking into the game, and she gets it done with a point. Fulton for Wilson, up by Thigpen, out for Sherm. This is Gillian on the attack. Mullins kept it alive, as did Paxton. Now Andrus punches it over. Bernice, Thigpen, and DeSaletz is the one who attacked it for the Mountain Lions, but It'll count as a Warrior point. Deselet's also her first time into the game here tonight. So 2 new faces out there for the Mountain Lions in Alexa Berry and Lauren Deselet. 6 on the floor right now for Southern Wesleyan are Jimenez, Wilson, Gillian, Fulton, Paxton, and Andrus. There's another Mountain Lion point. They lead 2-1 as Catherine Urbanik checks back in for Alexa Berry. And Joha Bernice to serve. And of Auburn, Georgia, originally was born in Puerto Rico. And the Warriors couldn't deal with that. And it's a Young Harris point, 3-1, Bernice to serve again. And Bernice serves low and into the net. So Warrior point, 3-2 as it stands. Paxton and Wilson will sit. Gibson and Gillian in, I believe. A good one from Pino. And that one's off Christina last. Mountain Lion points. It was Gibson and Pino who checked in. Now Gracie Wilson will come back in for Christina Pino, who served. And here comes Faith Paxton as well. Here's Jimenez. Punched by Springer, kept alive by Thigpen, over by Urbanik. This is Gibson for the Warriors. Thigpen for Sherm. Lexi Martin to serve for Young Harris. Towards Jimenez. Fulton back for Angel. Down for a Warrior point. Good effort from Bernice, one of the best defensive specialists in the conference, but just too much power from the sophomore Angel Jimenez. A lot of production on this Warrior team coming from their underclassmen. You look at Megan Gillian, sophomore, Faith Paxton, sophomore, Angel Jimenez, sophomore, Michaela Hutton, freshman, Carson Haley, freshman, Gracie Wilson, sophomore. So much young talent on this Warrior team, and they've really started to put it together in September and October. They lost their first 3 games, won their next 3, and since then they sputtered a little bit, but still consistent, and they're 4-6 as it stands. They love a victory here tonight and move closer to that 500 mark, and the potential for a win tonight, a win tomorrow, and you're sitting at 6-6 and 500 just like that. They need to take care of business tonight first. Mountain Lions have looked better in set number 3. Here's Spann for Gibson. That one's off the net, but staying alive. Bernice out for Springer, and it's in. Coach Hines telling her Warriors to wake up. If they don't soon, wouldn't be surprised for her to use a timeout and get that message across a little bit more clearly. Here's Jimenez, up by Martin. Here's Urbanik over. It's going to be Sherm over. This is Haley on the attack. That one went out. And another Young Harris point. Now Vaney to serve, again towards Jimenez. That's been the target of most of these young Harris serves when she's on the floor. Now spin for Jimenez. Bernice keeps it alive. Springer gets it over, but it's free for Andrus. Now Gibson in the middle. Bernice again, but Vaney couldn't get it over in time. Couple of terrific defensive plays from Joha Bernice. But it counts as a Warrior point. 8-5 the Young Harris lead. Andrus takes a seat. That's Ellie Moore into the game for the first time. And a Warrior point. Good serve from Jimenez. Mountain Line bench very loud tonight. They've done a good job of matching the energy of the Warrior faithful on this near side. That falls for a Young Harris point, 9-6. In come Urbanic and Barry. Catherine Urbanic to serve, a 6-foot freshman from Lexington, Kentucky, but that's not her best work as it goes under the net in an error. Bernice comes back in. Here's Paxson to get us back underway. That one was towards Vaney. At the net is Barry, blocked by Wilson. There's thick pin out for Springer, and a Warrior point. Paxton serve again, just a 1-point lead now for Young Harris. Towards Vaney, thick pin up for Barry. Jimenez under it, but off the ceiling. And whenever it goes off the ceiling, it's going to come down a lot faster than it went up. And Spann didn't have time to get under it. So Liza Thigpen to serve. Here's Haley, tipped over. Under it was DeSaletz. That's Springer. Now for the Warriors is Wilson on the tip. And a point. Fulton and Gillian in for Haley and Spann. Big pin out for DeSaletz. Warrior point. And we're tied at 10. The Warriors clawing back in set number 3. A must-win set number 3 for Young Harris. Here's Paxton. Thick pin up for Barry. And a point for Young Harris on that one. We have a violation by SWU. That one would have went out of play for a Warrior point, but instead it goes to Young Harris, who reclaim a 1-point lead. Riley Springer to serve. Towards Jimenez. Fulton for Moore. This is Sherm. Jimenez. Moore over. Well done by Springer, but again off the ceiling, just as the Warriors had one earlier in this set. The ceiling plays no favorites in even in that department, as well as even on the scoreboard, 11-11. There's Sherm. Up by Paxton. Now Jimenez on the attack. Warrior point after it was blocked to the play by Alexa Berry. Andrus to serve. Thigpen gets it over. Fulton for Wilson in the middle of the floor, up by Springer. And this is Sherm, blocked at the nets. Wilson over. She was the stronger of the two with Berry. Blocked again by Gillian. Paxton, Gillian on the attack. Did it take a touch on the way through? It did not. So out for a Mountain Lion point. Back and forth we go here in set number 3. 12-12 midway through. As Urbanic checks back in. Towards Jimenez. Over by Gillian. Urbanic over. Wilson keeps it alive, but out of the outstretched arm of Megan Gillian. Back-to-back points for Young Harris. Bernice will serve again. Towards Jimenez, up by Wilson. Gillian has to get it over. It's blocked by Urbanic. Now Jimenez over. Bernice under. Thick pin for DeSaletz, down for a Mountain Lion point. 3 straight, and it'll draw a timeout from Coach Anna Hines. 14-12 here in a must-win set number 3 for Young Harris. We'll take the break with them and be back in 60 seconds.
Campuses nationwide, the NCAA is making transformative changes for student athletes. While they pursue their biggest dreams, we're launching new initiatives to help them. Life-changing education opportunities are just the start. The NCAA is providing enhanced mental health services. We're guaranteeing scholarships.
Welcome back to the Conference Carolinas Digital Network. Andrew Baxley here at Teisinger Gymnasium, home of the Southern Wesleyan University Warriors here in Central South Carolina for some Friday night Conference Carolinas volleyball action. We have a good one here in set number 3. Young Harris leads 14-12. This is them on the attack in the black jerseys, but that one sails out of play. They're saying it took a touch. Or the Mountain Lions said it took a touch. The referees disagree. And so that means it will be a Southern Wesleyan point. 13-14. The Warriors trail by 1, but lead by 2 in the set department. They took set number 1, 25-20. Set number 2, 25-13. Here we are in a must-win set number 3 for the visiting Young Harris College Mountain Lions. Gillian over. Thigpen up by Bernice. Here's Fulton. Gibson in. Bernice digging it up. This is Sherm. A thunderous kill from Abby Sherm. Two-point lead for Young Harris. Lexi Martin to serve. Towards Jimenez. Now Jimenez on the tip. Martin kept it alive still, but it hit the referee off of Thigpen's attempt to keep it alive, so that means it's dead and a Warrior point. Carson Haley, Amaya Span check in. for Katie Fulton and Megan Gillian. So Span the likely setter on most opportunities. Her and Fulton been sharing the duties most of this game. There's Span for Haley. Warrior point. All square at 15. This is Thigpen at the net, Urbanik, and that one got in between Gibson and Jimenez. So Young Harris takes a 1-point lead. In comes Chase Vaney, 5'8" senior from Beaufort, South Carolina. The Lone Palmetto State product on this Young Harris roster. Haley pushes it over. Thigpen for Urbanik. Blocked to the net by a couple of Warriors, and again by Haley. Over by Thigpen, under Paxton. Now Span out for Jimenez. Thigpen charging in was Vaney. This is Span. Now Gibson through the hands of Lexi Martin. Warrior point again. We're tied. And now Angel Jimenez to serve. Good one from her, and he'll go down as an ace. Just high enough for Martin and Bernice to have to stay on their feet, but low enough to make it uncomfortable and in a tough spot to keep the ball up. So terrific serve from Angel Jimenez, 1-point Warrior lead. Can they build? Another good one. That one ate up Martin, this time closer to her chest. Haley up. Span sets for Haley and blocks and out of play. Back-to-back Warrior points, a 2-point lead. And Young Harris, the timeout, which we will keep right here. And a really good shift in momentum for the home team. And we'll refresh you on the stats as they stand in set number 3. The Warriors are led in kills by Megan Gillian with 11. Angel Jimenez has 10. Gracie Wilson has 8 for the Mountain Lions. Abby Sherm has 8. Catherine Urbanik has 6. Alexa Berry with 3. Shifting down to assists, Liza Thigpen has 25. Katie Fulton, 19 for the Warriors, as well as Amaya Span with 10. Take a look at aces now. They're all square at 2 apiece after that one from Angel Jimenez a couple of points ago. 2 for her, 1 for Liza Thigpen, 1 for Joha Bernice for the Mountain Lions. Looking at blocks, Megan Gillian has 2. Gracie Wilson and Angel Jimenez each have a block and a half. No one with a block or more for Young Harris. Joha Bernice, 10 digs for Young Harris. 15 digs from Faith Paxton. 14 digs from Michaela Andrus. Back underway with this Angel Jimenez serve. This is Springer coming in. Jimenez kept it alive. Paxton gets it over. Here's Thigpen serving or setting for Urbanik. Now Andrus. Urbanik. Span again for Haley. What a dig from Bernice. Kept alive by Springer. Lions get it over. This is Gibson looping around. Bernice again keeping alive. Now Springer the attack. Blocked by a couple of Warriors. Now Gibson, Urbanik tips it over. Andrus has to get it over and doesn't into the net. 4 hits from the Warriors. 18-17 lead cut down to 1. And then comes Alana Hardin. She's come in some crucial serving opportunities here today for Young Harris. That one tipped off the net. Paxton had to get there, and she did. Andrus flying in. A Warrior point. Lead back up to 2. And Back in come Bernice and Urbanic. And Urbanic has a quick seat after that. Just a obligatory substitution there for the Mountain Lions. And a low serve and an ace from Faith Paxton, a crucial one to give the Warriors their biggest lead of set number 3. Can she do it again? And can the Warriors pull out a close set number 3? That's another good one eating up Martin. That's over from Vaney. Span for Andrus towards Bernice. That one, you got to put it somewhere else other than Bernice. Jimenez keeps it alive, but Span can't get to it. The Warriors need to try to stay away from Bernice. She's really the strongest piece of this defense for Young Harris. With a 2-point Warrior lead, now serving Liza Thigpen. Towards Jimenez. Span for Haley. 2 hands over. Thigpen for Springer. Andrus under it. Here comes Jimenez from the back row. That one hit the roof. Here comes Springer again by Jimenez. Paxton for Andrus. Here's Thigpen at the net for Barry. Span for Haley. Warrior point. And they lead by 3. Here comes Megan Gillian and Katie Fulton. And Fulton the serve. Thigpen out for Springer. Jimenez under it. She's been active defensively today. Andrus gets it up and over. Here's Gillian. Now Andrus. And down by Gillian. Warrior point. 22-18, timeout, Young Harris. We'll take it with them. Warriors a chance to sweep when we come back.
Get ready for a life-changing journey at Southern Wesleyan University. We're committed to graduating students who love Jesus, who think critically, who are employable, and who are not in crippling debt. Southern Wesleyan University, where your faith and future thrive together. Apply today and start your journey toward success.
Life, things aren't scripted.
If you're an athlete, we need people like you and translate those skills to officiating.
You can get a lot out of it.
It happens in every town, in every game.
We never have a perfect game, but the rewards always outweigh the negativities.
Welcome back inside Teisiger Gymnasium. Warriors can taste a 3-0 sweep over Young Harris. That one's out of play, 23-18. Fulton to continue serving. Biggest lead of the set for the Warriors. That was blocked by Wilson. Thigpen for Springer. Here's Fulton over. Thigpen quick to it. Over by Vaney. This is Wilson. Match point. Fulton over. Thigpen up. Springer over. Fulton kept it alive, as did Jimenez. Now Paxton. Fulton for Andrus. Tipped and down. Warriors win. the 5th 3-set sweep victory of the season for the Warriors, who move to 5-6. They're a whopping 4-1 here in Teisinger Gymnasium, staying hot at home, and they'll have another one tomorrow. They welcome in Belmont Abbey at 2 o'clock tomorrow. Young Harris will travel to Converse and play them at 3 o'clock tomorrow. Both of those games will be here on the Conference Carolinas digital networks. So another impressive win for the Warriors, who have bounced back strong here in 2024. 3-24 last year already, 5-6 here in this one, and they can get to 500 with a win tomorrow. Hope you'll join us for that one right here on the Conference Carolinas digital network. Until then, I'm Andrew Baxley, signing off. Have a good night.